Hey guys, welcome back to some more Snooker 19 career mode easy life today. I think part 56 of this career mode, and we take on Li Hang in the excuse me, in the second round of the European Masters. I believe this is the last 32. So yeah, we played Li Hang before. I think it was a World Open, and yeah, he inflicted quite a painful defeat on us. One that still sits in the back of my mind. I've gotten over the pain of it, but. Yeah, I'm looking for some revenge today. That was the best of 9 that match. I lost 5-4. Battled back really hard from 4-2 down. Got back to a decider, which I wanted so badly, and I was playing really well in it. I just felt something inside of me. Something was going to go wrong somewhere. A bit like the Martin Gold decider, but I felt a bit better on the Martin Gold match, and it didn't take me as long to get over it. I mean, it didn't take me, I didn't lose no sleep over the Li Hang match, but it was upsetting. But anyway, today we will be taking our revenge, which we have desired for a very long, which I have desired for a very long time. Nah, not really. Meanwhile, that's actually not a bad break. All I really want is just not to leave a red on. I'm not really bothered about doing a perfect break. Ooh, Lee's playing good. He's not a bad player. That's the thing. He's not. I mean, who did we play in the last match? I think it was Kurt Mafflin. I mean, Lee's probably a better, more dangerous opponent than Kurt. Back in, certainly, maybe not in the present day in real life, but certainly back in 2018, 2019, whenever this game was made. I have a feeling it was made in 2018 because it was modelled 17-18 season, clearly. Although, having said that, it is called Snooker 19, it is 2019, but what a shot that is from Lee. Straight away, he knows our weak points. He's wanting to inflict the same level of pain upon us as before, but this time I'm a bit more prepared for what he's going to throw at us. I mean, it was a very long time ago. I still hold it against I don't, but alright. It's the game, it's just the AI. Don't hold anything personally against Li Hang. I mean, I'm not really bothered. He's not really a player I take much of an interest in, I suppose. He's not really a big name yet, so you never know. I mean, players, and we have seen it, players becoming big lately. And we have seen players coming out of pretty much nowhere, like Jordan Brown. And he qualified for the Crucible last year, and he couldn't have got a much tougher draw than Selby in the first round. Then, of course, he played Selby at the Welsh Open en route to winning the title, not in the final, but in the quarters. He beat him on the black ball, I think. And they finally played O'Sullivan. That was an epic match. It was pretty much the first time I cheered against O'Sullivan, I think, that match was. I was cheering for Brown, that one. Meanwhile, that's not a bad shot by any means. I'll take it. I'll take what I've been given, you know. Not bad at all. This match, of course, for a place in the last 16, that means a lot, you know. And meanwhile, that shot is absolutely cracking. Look at this. I've developed the table really nicely. I just hope that this pink is going to go into a pot-up position. Although I'm pretty sure I'm going to be putting it out of commission. So I'm just going to cannon these reds to try and reduce the risk of the out of commission. Now I'm going to catch the apex red full ball. I mean, if I was playing in a harder aiming game like Master Plus, I obviously wouldn't be able to fiddle around with it to the extent that I'm doing here. And be so precise. Meanwhile, the pink didn't even spot, which I'm not really bothered about. The reason it's not spotting is because of the cue ball. It's not because of any reds, or not that I can think of, unless that red to the right of the cue ball is obstructing it, although I wouldn't imagine so. When I say to the right of the cue ball, I mean from the usual TV angle. But that's there. Now, what exactly pots? It could have finished better, that. Of course, I've still got pots available, but yeah, I probably could have made my life a little bit easier than I have on this shot. This shot's there's things to be wary of in this shot, like the in off.
He lost control of the cue ball there. He's played that poorly,
and that's not a good shot. Just out of a bit of, you know, his first frame, I don't think he'll clear up. Let's just see where it lands. Let's just see where it lands. Oh, I'd nearly gotten away with that somewhat, you know. I haven't left him the easiest part. I suppose that red's not blocked by the pink. If it was, I'd actually got away with it to an extent. I haven't, as it stands, and he's got a chance. Unless that doesn't pass the pink, you know, it's tight. I'm just looking at it from the camera view, the view I've literally got on the camera. It does go. Probably wasn't as tight as I made out to sound when I was talking about it, but...
7.
Let's just see what Lee makes of this chance. He's got a good chance now. I've done quite a lot of the hard work in this frame, you could say. Well, if he's going to be such a professional like me, then he's going to have to play a lot better than that, because, I mean, last time we met, it was very early, I was in my early days then. It was my early days of career mode. I was inexperienced, not very good at the game. Come back. I know what I'm doing now. I can build a break now. I wasn't very, and I'm not even being silly. That was like the World Open. That was like the second tournament of the season. We'd have to qualify for it and all that, and we'd have to qualify for the Riga Masters, which was the tournament before that. And we did play in the Riga Masters, but it was only the fourth event, including qualifiers. It was the second tournament overall. It was really early days. I mean, I hadn't played much on the YouTube career mode. I'd obviously had a little career mode before, which I'd quit about the Shanghai Masters. But yeah, because I quit because the game didn't let me, and I thought, you know what, I'll make a YouTube series of this. It could be really fun. You know, it's such a good series. I could really enjoy it, and I really have done. I mean, I think I've said it in recent videos. I've really enjoyed making this. It's probably been the most enjoyable one to make on this channel. How popular it is on my channel, I couldn't care less. You know, for one point, obviously I'd like to get the views and the subscriptions. I just hope that you guys enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy making them. You know, it's all I ever really want out of these as well. Meanwhile, that wasn't the best shot ever. Okay, I got a yellow, but this is a missable yellow.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
Something doesn't feel right about this shot. Oh, I think I'll miss it. I'd missed the power bar there. I didn't miss it wasn't the potting angle that was the problem, it was the power bar. Again, Lee's in with another chance, although that is if I've left him anything, and I don't think I have, to be fair. It's a very tight red if I have left him one, and still, it's such a very low scoring frame. I just let that escape my attention, the score of the frame. Yeah, that red did pass.
1.
So I'm just waiting in anticipation now for a chance. And I presume he'll miss this, but you never know, he might stick the odd one of these in the pocket. You never know, he might throw one on us right now. But yeah, he's taking his time over it. No, he did miss it. Did think he'd probably miss, but I don't mean to be rude towards Lee himself. Sorry mate if you're watching. I don't hate you, but hate the virtual version of him, because of what he did to me. I mean, you can hardly expect me to like the virtual Lee Hang. I don't hate Lee Hang in real life, I've got no reason to. He's probably not a bad snooker player.
This into the right corner pocket. That's a beauty. Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort. 7. He fancies this red. And in it goes.
I just want to get in some potting practice. I mean, no point in making a century now, or trying for a century, simply for the fact that I can't make one in this frame. The chance is long gone. But you know, it'd be nice just to get my hand on the table, just to get going, just to get a feel for things. You know, obviously I know how to play the game. I'm not suggesting for one moment that I can't play Snooker 19. But I just want to get going for the day, because I'm playing it's just a different day to my last video I'm recording. In fact, yeah, it's a very long time. It feels like I haven't played this game for some time. That Kurt Mafflin game yesterday. It was yesterday morning I was filming that. It's Wednesday afternoon, the time of filming this. It was Tuesday morning when I made that video, when I made the last set of videos, the last couple.
Good for a colour.
That was a good shot. Not that I maybe intended it, but you know, part of the game. There is luck involved in snooker, more so than other sports. You know, with a sport like football, you have to be, I suppose, skilled to be able to get the ball to the goal, for example. in simple terms. I mean, the ball doesn't just get to the goal itself, you have to do it, but in snooker, the ball, you could say, you have to pot the ball as well, but in snooker, you could miss it and it could go into another pocket because you're only in you're trapped, these balls are trapped in a space of a 12 by 6 grid, 12 by 6 table, you know. That's what you got to remember. 12 foot by 6 foot. That's all it is. That's what makes it funnier to watch perhaps than other sports.
Lining this one up to the middle
Like
pocket.
sports that are all skill based.
Tremendous shot.
Yeah, they're probably not as funny to watch in the aspect of the actual sport itself as maybe snooker is, because of just how silly snooker can be.
No issues there. And that
I don't really watch much football myself except for the World Cup and all that, but you know.
27.
So I don't really know what the commentary's like. I know the commentary on snooker, they really try and make it funny and entertaining. I mean, like the Dave Hendon, if you're not a snooker fan, you know, just talking about it. Obviously, if you're a snooker fan, you'd well know what I'm talking about. But for all you non-snooker fans there, just talking about it. I'll try and explain a few rules where I can and stuff. A few exciting rules. But yeah, I think that's frame 1 safely in the bag. So yeah, we got the first frame, I think, barring snookers. We could come back. No. Yeah, you needed 3 to type, I think. Is it Lee's break? It is. So yeah, the first frame we've taken, you know, that was a good frame, I feel. That break, I can't remember exactly what we made, but it was a decent break. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. Hopefully we can just score a bit heavier this time. That was just the only concern in the first frame. I mean, yeah, maybe we don't need to score so heavy, but it's not. It's more enjoyable. It's more fun when you score heavy. I mean, needless to say, when you're at the table potting balls, it's more fun than watching your opponent pot the balls. I mean, it's just common sense. Obviously, no snooker player likes to watch their opponent pot balls unless when unless either they're match fixing, which is illegal, I think. I don't know to what extent the word illegal is the right term to use. I don't exactly know the law on that, but it's not right, is it? Match fixing. Let's just say that much. Or you want your opponent to pot the balls because maybe they're making a maximum break and you just want to see them do it. Just maybe you're friends with that guy and it's just good sportsmanship. But otherwise, if they're not making a maximum or something, or their frame's not safe, you know, in that sense, you're sitting there praying for them to miss. I know as a snooker fan, if the player I'm not supporting is on the table, I'm just sitting there praying that they're going to miss the guy I'm not supporting, you know. I'm just looking at the table and thinking of things that can go wrong. Like, such things include being the wrong side of the blue, awkward reds on side cushions or bottom cushions or whatever, reds in the bulk, cannons to be made, things like that.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner?
Bad angles on balls, so like maybe being too straight on the black, and all sorts of silly little things like that, you know. Just being nitpicky, just to hope my player can get back on, and then when they do get back on, obviously score. And then just look at it, and then when my player's on, just look at the table as absolutely optimistically as possible. Like, simple pack to go into or something, or that red's not too hard on the side cushion, you know. Hopefully you can just get the right side of the blue. He's got an angle on this ball, or things not to go wrong or whatever, you know. And it's just common sense. I think any snooker fan can empathise with what I'm saying here. If you're not a snooker fan, I'm sure you might even be able to understand the logic in what I'm saying. I mean, in a sport like football, for example, just a well-known sport that I didn't just think of straight off the top of my head, using the example of it again, it's not about, you don't have to wait for your opponent to be off the table, but what you do have to do is take the ball off your opponent if you want to score. So it just requires a bit of skill. It just requires a bit of skill to get your ball off your opponent rather than wishful thinking, hoping that your opponent misses like in snooker. That is a fantastic judgment. That is a fantastic judgment. I don't mean to blow my own trumpet, but that is a fantastic judgment shot. I mean, I hit the power bar like plumb. Like exactly what I would have wanted. I'm good at these shots. I knew I was going to miss as soon as I'd said that. You know, it's just the irony. I had to miss after saying something. After saying something so pompous about, oh yeah, I'm obviously going to get this. It's just the irony. I had to miss it. And I don't believe Lee potted that. Like, I really don't. I expected him to miss and be back at the table with a chance to make a century. Which, you know, you're probably getting quite fed up of listening to me because all my mind's on is a century break. I mean, I'm just so desperate. I'd imagine that once I make one or two, in career mode on video and all that I'd be able to look back on it, watch it again, you know, just embrace the moment, and be able to go on to make a lot more. You know, they say it about players and titles, like they say it about David Gilbert, for example. They reckon that once he wins his first title, he'll be able to go on and win loads more. Which, you know, I don't think is a false claim. I think David Gilbert's certainly capable of winning tournaments. He's a good player, but he just hasn't won any yet. He's obviously now at the top 16. But but that's because of ranking points. I mean, it doesn't mean he's been playing badly lately. He reached the semi-finals of the Masters, but that don't get you any ranking points. You know, in fact, he didn't just do it this year. He did it last year as well. Meanwhile, Lee Hang's on a bit of a roll here. You know, he's got a nice 34-point lead. I like that, yeah. And he's just refusing to miss them now. He's just refusing to miss them. I did not see this coming. I really didn't. The way he started out, it was absolutely disgusting. I mean, I'd missed. What? So the mistake came from Lee in the end, and what a chance this is. Man, there are tough Reds, but and it's a hard break, but. Nice easy starter, don't go amiss, you know. Now, have I got an angle on this black to land on... No, I haven't got an angle for that red there that I'm pointing the cue ball at. But, so I'm just playing the cannon on this red.
Very well played.
Oh my god, I've snuck in behind it. Would you believe it? Like, that is just fantastic. Like, that is just top draw, but this is still a missable. This is still a tough missable red, so I wouldn't start dancing so soon, because
This is a tricky one along the
this is hard. And that was excellent. Make no mistake, that was an excellent shot. Like, I did not know if I'd get that. When the cue ball initially hit the red, I thought this might miss, you know, but there's only a trace of doubt in my mind once the red started moving. After that moment, I thought, yeah, this is in. This is a good shot. I was really happy with that. Obviously, the work's not done yet. There's still a long way to go for me in this frame. It's a long way back yet. 30 points. Long deficit, big deficit. Long deficit.
Pops on, Andy's going for it.
8-0 behind overnight in a World Championship. Long deficit. 8-0, you wouldn't be 8-0 behind not in a first round match anyway. You'd be 9-0. We might be 8-0 behind if they were playing really slowly. In the first session, in the first round even. I mean, I've said 9-0 a couple of times in one tournament back in 2019. One went to 10-1, and the other one, as you may remember. I don't know if any snooker fans remember it. I'm sure you might do. Sean Murphy and Luo Honghao. That was a match. Now, speaking of Luo, there was a poll yesterday that I sat on the World Snooker Tour that I just entered on the. Sorry, I didn't enter the World Snooker Tour, but basically there was an app. So I got an app on my phone. It's the World Snooker Tour app. It's the World Snooker app, basically. Oh, not have I? Whew.
problem there.
Yeah, as I was saying, there's an app that I got on my phone about the World Snooker Tour, and and they do polls on it every now and then. Like, just people can kind of vote their choice on, like, answer certain questions, like just not like
Put your phone on silent.
not like questions that have actual answers to them, but just like who do players think will do this? What do players what do fans think was the best match of the tournament? For example, I think I was talking about it the other day. What player do I think is going to win the World Championship? All that kind of stuff. And one of the questions yesterday was what player is most likely to make it through Q School. The options were Eden Sharov, Luo Honghao, Daniel Wells, Jackson Page, Yuan Sijun. There were two others. Oh, there were two others. I haven't even got my phone near me. But that, meanwhile, was a terrible shot. And yeah, I voted for Jackson. No, sorry, I didn't vote for Jackson. I was going to vote for Jackson initially. But I went with Daniel Wells in the end, just because I thought Jackson Page is a little too young. I do think Jackson will make it through Q School. I have very little doubt about that. He's a very good player. But I just feel like Daniel Wells, it's just a shock that he's off the tour. As for Yuan Sijun, he got the most votes. He's got the most votes so far. I don't even think he's been on tour. I haven't seen him lately.
Impressive shot with the rest.
Two good recovery pots there. But meanwhile, yeah, and Luo Honghao, the poor guy, he got the least amount of votes. I think maybe the 2019 World Championships tarnished his reputation a bit, but yeah, that's embarrassing.
Great opportunity to take the lead.
And it's a shame for him. Because he's probably not that bad a player. I don't think he is. They interviewed him on it a few months after, I think, and he said that he felt ill during that match. He'd had some seafood buffet that Lu Ning had given him after the qualifiers, and he'd eaten it, and he'd gotten a bit sick. He'd eaten too much, he thought. And he went to that match hoping Murphy would play badly, and, well, Murphy didn't play. I can't remember if Murphy played that well or anything. I know that Murphy got badly annihilated in the second round by Robertson. But, and Robertson thrashed his first round opponent, Georgiou, 10-1. And that was another 9-0 scoreline after the first session. Meanwhile, I'm breaking off in frame 3, no Mark Williams shenanigans in this frame. But,
Third frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
But yeah. No Mark Williams shenanigans. Just going to go through this break off. Pretty much a replica of what I played in the opening frame. Probably a tad better safety shot. I think it was a bit harder, that one, and I think it worked out a treat more, you know. But Lee's playing a defensive game. Now, does this red go as a shot to nothing? Oh, I can't control this. Oh, make no mistake, that's tight, but I'm going to go for this.
He's taking this on.
Like I said, it's a shot to nothing. It's not like win or die, do or die.
No,
Oof.
Not this time.
Oh, is it going to matter? Is it going to bite me? I don't think. Yeah, there you go. It didn't really matter. I missed it. If it weren't for the middle pocket bump, it would have been a phenomenal safety shot. It was just catching the middle pocket bump, which, you know, I couldn't really have accounted for. Can't really see an easy path back to bulk. So I'm just going to play the simple roll-up shot. You know, I think I might have caught the blue there, but that is a terrible shot. And if Li Hang ever wanted a chance in this match, he's got it. Well, he had it. He had it, but like I always say, as the saying goes, you got the chance, but you got to pot the balls to score.
Loose play like that isn't what you'd expect from a player.
I didn't feel pressure on that red because look at the Reds. Well, I won't say what they are, but they're not very good. They're not very good at all. They're not very good at all, so I'm going to do a shot that you might remember that I played against Mafflin, I think it was. It was certainly a shot I played recently. No, it wasn't. I think I played it against Trump. Just going to roll into them in a way that's going to bring other Reds into play. Yeah, I played that wrongly. Yeah, I played into a single red on like point against when I was playing the shot before against Judd. I think it was in that frame that I really fought hard to win against Judd. The second frame that I took. which was like frame 6, the penultimate frame of the match. It might even have been the last frame, which, you know, I suffered a heartbreaking defeat in.
Li Hang, 4. No easy safety, this.
It's going to play extremely thin off the pack, and even that's too hard. Literally, I've left him a red. I mean, I've left him his hand on the table. I mean, that's terrible. That's terrible, and it looked like a fantastic shot. That. Man, the way my eyes lit up after that shot, like they might as well have lit up. It was the loveliest thing I'd had. It's the loveliest thing I've seen all day. That has made my day. That has. But you know what will make my day even more?
1.
A century. Yeah, you didn't think I was going to say much else, did you?
No real problem here.
I played for loads of reds there. I played for that red into the middle. You know, like, it doesn't really matter how well I got onto the red because of that. I was playing for so many reds, and I think this is the optimum red. Not only is it in one of the easiest pots available, it's also very easy to get to the pink from. So it's the optimum red. I'm going to call it the optimum red.
Decent position to take on a colour here.
Ooh, bit straight on this pink, but I'm just going to stun up for this red here.
14.
Into the right centre pocket. Pink doesn't go into left corner, I don't think. So I'm just going to have to play up for blue here. Not a bad shot at all. Good shot, good shot, good shot. Play bolt colour if I don't feel comfortable. And yeah, as it happens, I'm happier with that shot than I thought I was. So yeah. Yeah. Tricky little shot next, perhaps you could argue. It's not where I'd want to be. Oh right, this red goes into the yellow pocket very nicely actually. See, I won't refuse that. Since it's lined itself up so nicely, it'd be rude not to take it, you know.
Wonderful shot. 21.
Nice, nicely played.
26.
Actually played for the other red played for the red behind me, but yeah, I'm just gonna drop this. I'm just gonna drop this red in now. Seeing as my position on play was so good, I can't help but want to knock this in. Oh, what a shot! What a perfectly judged shot.
27.
Yeah, nice shot, really nice. I mean, don't mean to blow my own trumpet, but you know, can't help but doing that when the shot's that good. I mean, like, this is the best snooker night, and I'm talking about it as if I've never played so well. In actual fact, I've just never had the balls so much at my mercy. You know, John Kreese from Cobra Kai wouldn't agree with the mercy that Li Hang's giving me. Unless, of course, unless, of course, he was my snooker coach, and not Lee's. Imagine John Kreese was a snooker coach. I think he'd encourage the dirtiest play possible, i.e. just dirty tactics, just cheating. I think John Kreese would encourage cheating, match fixing, all that sort of stuff. You know, John Kreese from Cobra Kai Karate, from the Karate Kid series, he's the Cobra Kai dojo leader. You know, into my Cobra Kai at the moment, the series. It's a good series, very good series. I mentioned it. It's a Netflix and YouTube thing. I watch it on Netflix.
41.
Oh, meanwhile, that's not my greatest shot. I mean, oh, does this brown go? You bet. You bleed him.
Looking at potting this into the right corner pocket.
You bet it goes, baby. What a shot.
Brimming with confidence and a bit of a roll at the moment.
Man, I'm just trying to talk like such a cool dude or something. In actual fact, I'm not a cool dude.
He's aiming for the left corner here. In it goes.
Oh, if the black goes, man, what a freaking awesome shot.
46.
Freaking awesome. You know, it really is. Like, I'm not just meaning to swear. I'm not swearing either, so don't report me to YouTube saying that I'm not child friendly. Because I am. I don't swear. And meanwhile, what's so bad about swearing anyway? It's only a word, you know? I mean, I've said a lot of times, I won't say what they are because they're bad words, you know? Well, in fact, they're not bad words in my opinion, they're just bad words supposedly. Well, I'm not encouraging swearing, you guys, but it's just a little theory. It's just a theory.
That's a top shot. That's a wonderful, wonderful pot. 54.
A similar shot to the one we had in the last frame, and I missed it in the last frame. So just a little bit of pressure on this. Is it there? I think it's there yet. It's there.
Nice.
Oh, what a shot! In behind this.
That should be it.
Oh, was that frame ball? Neil
Found.
Founds' comment suggests to me that that was frame ball for me. Me, but not Lee. A long way back for Lee. Oh, yes, don't run. Man, what was that? Like,
62.
like I was literally making monkey noises there. What on earth?
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket.
I'm lone lunatic, but...
Great shot. 67.
Oh, right, this is a tough shot now. To get onto this last thread, right, how am I going to play this last thread? I'm just gonna drop it into right centre then. The way that I'm going to have to play it from this black, yeah, it looks like a right centre job.
75.
Yeah. Sorry, not right centre, left centre job. Yeah.
You'll want this to drop into the
Just
centre.
a dropping it in jobby. Go in. Ah! Oh no.
Nicely onto the colour. 76.
Here we go, my nightmare shot. Position on my yellow. It's not my yellow. It's just the ugly yellow. The ugliest ball to grace the snooker table. The yellow. We hate to see it. Have I hit it hard enough? Oh, yes, I have. Well, I'm on the yellow. By hook or by crook, I'm on it. And that, my friend, is all that matters. Now, for the mission of getting to the flipping green. I mean, how the flipping heck are we going to go around? This is a conundrum. This is a big conundrum.
Just the colours remaining.
Don't underhit this. Don't underhit it. Be on the green. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my god, I got it now. I got this chance. This is the chance of a lifetime. Oh my god. What a way this would be to take my revenge on Lee Hang for what he did to me all those months back in August or whenever. It wasn't August, it was before August. It was more like last May. But my career mode sentry now. At my mercy. Oh my god, I will never have a better chance, will I? Oh my god, I got the chance of the lifetime. Don't miss this.
Well, an excellent pot.
Have I proved myself to you as a player, guys? I mean, this for my highest break ever on career mode. But that was certainly that showing you. 96. Whew! What a pot this next one is. Like, this is so much. This means so much. I could not express in words.
It needs to be played at the right pace.
English cannot express. Let's go! It's there! We have got the century break! We have done it! A century! We have done it, guys! Mission accomplished! That is the end of my career mode. No, I'm joking. There's another frame in this video yet. But century break 109, that was the most majestic century break I've ever made. Thank you, Lee Hang, for splitting the balls like that. Oh, I don't believe it. I've actually done it. I've got over the hurdle of the century break. I've done it. I've done it. Oh my god. I did it. I did it. I had the chance at my mercy and I grabbed it with 2 hands though. But yeah. You know.
He'll play this with plenty of power. That's a bit sloppy. He's lost position here.
That was a tough positional shot. I mean, like, to split the reds from that angle on the black, I was asking a lot. And I think, you know, Dave Hendon said it's a bit sloppy, but I'm just grateful that I'm on a red here, you know.
Won't be easy.
I think it might drop, you know. It might drop. It might drop. No.
So close. He needed some luck there, and he didn't get it.
It didn't drop. What the hell's Lee Hang gone for, though? A setup? Thank you, mate. It would be greedy to ask for 2 century breaks in one session, but who cares? I'm going for them anyway. So does the blue go? It does go. I haven't really done a great job splitting the reds, but you know, peeled a few off, which is all that matters for now. Just want to take them one by one. But man, you do not know how much it meant to get that century. It was my ultimate mission of career mode, you know. I mean, I don't want to spoil it in the thumbnail or anything for you guys, or in any way in the video, in the description, in the title. I'm not the sort to do that. I mean, obviously you know that I haven't spoiled it. You can see my thumbnails are all repetitive. I wouldn't like to spoil the result. I mean, the only bit of result I spoil is just telling you what tournament I'm playing. I mean, last week I premiered all my videos at once that I'd filmed, but I realised that they all show that the title shows, that the thumbnail shows. So and I thought that's going to spoil when I win and lose matches, so I can't do that. So I'm just premiering them daily. I'm just pressing premiere after 6 PM, or well, more closer to 9 PM. Well, not 9 PM, more close to 10, 11 PM. Just like when the video's long out premiered. You know. That red doesn't pot, so we'll play it from the pink into the centre pocket, and we'll play onto that red into the corner. Not a bad shot.
Well, that's left him a little awkward there.
Well, Neil's saying it's a little awkward, but myself, I think it's excellent. I'm just going to brush into them.
That's a really good split, and this is a really
Got a tough pink into the right corner. Oops.
22.
Nominate the pink. Obviously, it's the one I can see at full ball. Well, I don't know about full ball, but I can see a hell of a lot of it. I can't see it. I obviously can't see it full ball. If I'd fouled there and Snooker didn't want a colour or whatever, free ball it is. Yeah, it would be. Not for me. I'm not free ball man.
What a fabulous
Nice shot. Now I've really got another century break at my mercy. I mean, 2 centuries in one video. I mean, this is the exact. And if I made a century break in this frame, I think it would prove what I was saying in the first frame, earlier in this video, the first frame, whatever. And because I said, once I make my first century, I'm sure I'll go on to make a lot more, with much more ease. Well, I didn't say with a lot more ease, but that's what I meant basically. And then they say that about David Gilbert and his titles. Probably Jack Lisowski, they mean it for as well. You could imagine, once they win their firsts, they'll probably make a hell of a lot. because obviously it's just kind of the emotions and significance of making your first. And look at this, already got a very nice run going here. And look at, I mean, I can't complain. The balls are beautifully spread, like they really are, like wonderful. I mean, yes, there are those two ugly reds on the cushion, but I've got plenty of time before I come to those two. Kind of going through the motions here, you know. It's a simple enough break so far. Well, there was a few difficult maybe shots at the beginning, but yeah, this is all very routine at the moment. Obviously, there is difficulties to come in this break if I'm to make another century. I'm not suggesting for one moment that this is the easiest. That this is as easy as the last frame. I mean, last frame that was as good as a chance that I could get for a century. I think. Was it the last frame I potted that awkward red on the side cushion? I have a feeling it was.
52.
I can't remember now, it's a long time, but already 52, I mean, you don't see me make 2 half-century breaks back to back, let alone 2 centuries. I mean, I don't mean to blow my own trumpet, but this is probably the highest quality session of snooker so far on this channel. I mean, without doubt it is. This is the best I've played so far.
53.
Like today I probably could have, I mean, and I've gone from playing pretty badly maybe a few videos ago. I mean, obviously I played really well against Ken Doherty, but that's some time ago. But yeah, I'm back to playing my best, I think, today. Meanwhile, having said all that about blowing my own having blown my own trumpet a bit there, I've got a little shot to play here, a little important one. Looks good. Looks very good. I think that'll work out fine. I think that's worked out an absolute treat. Does that red go? I don't want to experiment with that. I'll probably just take it on later, at a later point in this frame. You know, I'll probably just well, I know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to land low on the red below the pink and that red, and I'm going to just cannon it in, or I could just cannon from the blue now.
57.
But yeah, the awkward balls are just starting to play their significant roles, I feel, in this frame, maybe.
It just needs this blue.
I'm just going to cannon off the blue. I get the applause, so I'm guessing it's frame 1.
What's the point of no return in this match?
Oh yeah, I've won the match. I've won the match, but like, let alone the frame, it's point of no return. Neil Fans just said, point of no return in this match. It is indeed. We've done it, last 16. Who are we going to play? We have taken the most majestic revenge I could have asked for on Li Hang. The most majestic way to revenge him. I mean, really. Sorry, yeah, revenge is the right word, not avenge. Because obviously he's done something to us for us to want this. To want to get him back for something. And I'm on a red.
69.
I feel that was a strong cannon. The order of the day here, just get onto the collar. Very nice.
7.
I feel like I've earned this break-up from a chance which perhaps wasn't so good at the start, or perhaps was a difficult one. Or were the balls in the open? I think maybe I might have developed a few. Obviously I had that little run at the start. But yeah, I mean, this is the perfect example of how much of a significant role confidence plays. Like, if I hadn't have made the century in the last frame, I might not have been able to make it in this frame. If I'd nearly missed the century, if I'd nearly got the century but messed it up in the last frame, I probably would have made it here because I'll probably just be so determined to. Here I'm just motivated to get that thrill again. I just want to get the buzz back. You know, I just want to get that buzz of making the century and say I did it all over again, you know. And I mean, I feel like I've done it from scratch this time round. I feel like to make a first century, I needed the easy chance which I got in the last frame, just to kind of give me the chance and to have it at my mercy. And this time and just kind of give me the confidence that I can do it. And now that I know I can do it, well, I knew I could do it anyway because I'd done it before. But now that I've got confidence on it, and of course I've got momentum, which is an important thing, and it really is an important thing in this game. I don't mean Snooker 19 when I say this game, I mean snooker in general. But yeah, this is a performance of a lifetime for me. You have never seen me play better than this so far. I mean, I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but this is really the best that I've ever played on Snooker 19. 2 centuries back to back. I'm looking like I'm going to make them here. I mean, I would not have, at the start of this recording session, I had 1 century on my mind like I do every time, but 2, this is really, like, impressive for me. This means something. Like, you could imagine. I mean, obviously this is a tough shot, and this is like the last stumbling block of the break. And this for my second career. Well, okay, no century. I mean, and that was the most stupid thing ever. I blew my own trumpet for a good 2 minutes straight. Like, it was really funny, but never mind. Anyway, that was the most majestic 93 break you could see. I've done it, and I know I could have made the century. It's just a silly miss. And we completely outclassed him. And we scored 337 points. Within that, though, he still scored 63 plus 13. That's 76 points. So, yeah, he did score enough to win a single frame. And he did have that good chance, I think it was frame 2. But, yeah, that was really good. And, yeah, let's press on to the last 16, I think. So, round 3. Just have my eyes closed again as to who I'm going to play. Hopefully it's a nice player. Let's wait for the music now. Dun, dun, dun. Oh no, Mark Allen. We've played him before, and boy, that was a match. What a match this will be. The pistol Mark Allen in the last 16. I don't feel as hard done by as having to play Judd Trump in the last 16. Mark Allen, I feel like that's a fair match. I know he's probably the same difficulty, but it's probably just less scary than playing Trump. So Mark Allen, that'll be a good game. It is best of 7. So, the loser will get at least 6 grand. So I'm guaranteed at least 6 grand either way. So the loser will get 6 grand, and the winner stands to gain another 5 grand on top of that for 11 grand. 11,000 ranking points at stake here. Well, 5,000 from this match. So it's win or lose. Like, hopefully I can produce that. If I can produce anywhere near that sort of form again that I produced against Lee Hang today, I think I'm into the quarterfinals. So yeah, that is said to be a great match. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you soon. Have a great day, and goodbye.